What to Play presents the top 25 PC and console games of April 2019. The play score is an average of gamer and critic ratings. When a game only reaches the minimum requirement of critic or gamer reviews, it receives a provisional play score. At number 25, Ghost Giant. A PS VR game from the developers of Fe and Flipping Death, Zoink Games takes on a new platform to tell the interesting story of a small cat and you, his giant ghost friend. According to IGN and Destructoid, it might not break any new grounds in terms of sandbox VR storytelling. Ghost Giant's plot and adventures are injected with enough charm to make it stand out anyway. Drawing you in with its appealing aesthetics, it's a worthy VR experience with a heart, and it gets a provisional rating of 7.76. 24. Vaporum. Get the steampunk theme in the stylish grid-based dungeon crawler that pays tribute to much beloved classics. In Vaporum, you play as an amnesiac protagonist that wanders through labyrinthine halls in search of something familiar. Help him rediscover his identity and finally decode the mysteries of his location. A decent substitute for Grimrock fans on the consoles, it gets provisional play scores of 7.16 on the PS4, 7.14 on the Xbox One, and 7.77 on the Switch. 23. Anno 1800. Ubisoft is going back to the roots with this trip to the industrial blooms of the 19th century. The 7th installment in their Anno series lets you take a good look at the developments of the very seminal 19th century. It's a marked upgrade from their previous games, with aesthetics now forming a large part in how cities thrive. Whether it's turning to pollution for the sake of capitalism or spicing it up to welcome a flock of paying tourists. Covering the Industrial Revolution, it aptly becomes the first title in the city building franchise. It has a play score of 7.82. 22. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. Bandai Namco has been flooding the shelves with non-stop Dragon Ball action. And while this isn't exactly their best, it does offer the world with a unique look at their beloved game. Adding card-based gameplay to the mix, Super Dragon Ball Heroes is still an RPG at heart. A game within a game, play as Beat in the creatively named Hero Town and go on a journey to become the best Dragon Heroes player. The price might be a bit steep, but offers a world rich with content and strategic depth. It gets a play score of 7.84 on the PC and 7.49 on the Switch. 21. Earth Defense Force Iron Rain. The latest in a line of third-person shooters about a multinational military fighting against a hostile alien infestation. Known for their turn off your brain and keep shooting brand of gameplay, Iron Rain's bigger world did get some pretty polarizing reviews. A little different from its usual formula, it's definitely cleaner and more polished than ever before. Disappointing for fans of their signature roughness, it's a success on its own, with a score of 7.84. 20. Sigma Theory Global Cold War. Meeklaw Studios returns to Earth with a turn-based take on a new Cold War. Draped in futuristic pinks and purples, Sigma Theory is perfect for those who love board game-like strategy and micromanagement. Playing as the head of the Sigma division, release your army of agents to the world and reap the benefits of seduction, blackmail, and manipulation. Watch out for other spies and use your wits to navigate the minefield of diplomacy. Currently on early access, it earns a score of 7.91. 19. World War Z. Co-op zombie killing isn't exactly new, but World War Z does it well enough to bring it back to the fore in a big way. Along with up to 3 of your friends, march right into the streets and partake in the massive massacre of the infected. Often compared with the Left 4 Dead series, it doesn't exactly have anything revolutionary under its belt. As long as the co-op works and the guns keep shooting, it's still a whole load of zombie killing fun. It has a score of 7.16 on the PC, 7.97 on the PS4, and 7.95 on the Xbox One. At 18, BOXBOY plus BOXGIRL. Originally a 3DS exclusive, one of Nintendo's puzzle royalties is entering the Switch lineup, along with a brand new friend. Dragging BOXGIRL along for the ride, this package deal will let you share the experience with a friend in co-op. Packed with BOXBOY's original adventures, a handful of new ones, and the new character, Hoodie's post-game escapades, it all adds to more than 250 exciting puzzles and hours of platforming fun. It has a rating of 8. 17. SteamWorld Quest Hand of Gilgamech. From tower defense to digs and a heist, Image and Form's latest venture of their Steam-powered world comes in a form of a role-playing card game. Get to meet their band of bucket of bolts and lead the heroes through the turn-based battles ahead using only your wits and your perfectly curated deck of cards. It doesn't have the depth of most RPGs, its delightful cast and satisfying combat is enough to please the fans on the Switch. It has a provisional play score of 8.01. 16. God's Trigger. Welcome to your new favorite top-down shooter. Drawing inspiration from Denaton Games' Hotline Miami shootouts, God's Trigger also has all of its knee-jerk reactions and lightning-fast takedowns, adding co-op fun and the ability to play around with the execution, whether it's sloppy bullet storms or calculated kill streaks. And playable as a single-player experience, you also get to experiment with each of Harry and Judy's unique capabilities. It has provisional ratings of 7.57 on the PC, 7.63 on the PS4, and 8.09 on the Xbox One. 15. My Time at Portia. Another PC game made their console entrance last month. Paying tribute to the pioneers of the farm life RPG in a brand new way, My Time at Portia not only expands the genre with their 3D visuals, but also in its consuming open-world setting. Less about farming and more about building and battling, it's a delightfully unique spin that kind of combines the best parts of Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, and Minecraft into one. It has a play score of 8.11 on the PS4, 7.46 on the Xbox One, and a provisional rating of 7.47 on the Switch. 14. Heaven's Vault. We're slowing down the pace for a bit for Inkle's new indie adventure. Where 80 Days explores the four corners of the world, Heaven's Vault lets you uncover the secrets of an ancient world. Set in an open world, it might not have the best animations, but the richness of its dialogue, soundtracks, and its central language has more than enough beauty to make it a highly recommended title. It has a play score of 8.13 on the PC and a provisional rating of 7.22 on the PS4. Lucky number 13, Katana ZERO. Devolver Digital sure knows how to pick 'em. Staying true to their love of pixel violence, Katana ZERO has all the markings of a success. From its faithful retro aesthetics, synth soundtrack, and neon lights, down to its compelling story and the satisfaction that their combat provides. Boasting action, eye candy, and heart, Devolver hit another jackpot with ASCII soft action platformer. It has a play score of 8.81 on the PC and a provisional rating of 8.16 on the Switch. 12 Days Gone. Sony's latest exclusive title may not be as revolutionary as we thought it would, but it still has its moments. Set in a post-apocalyptic Oregon, follow a survivor, Deacon St. John, as he embarks on a road trip and avoid a ghastly horde of freakers that threaten the existence of man. Combat is akin to Naughty Dog's The Last of Us, but with the heavy emphasis of its open-world element. Engage in stealth-based infiltration, use the dynamic weather to your advantage, or ride your motorcycle to fend off an army of monsters. At the end of the day, it's still just another zombie survival horror game. It receives a play score of 8.30 on the PS4. 11. Yuppie Psycho. Strange but effective, this indie adventure / horrorcore takes you to the life of Brian Pasternak as he climbs his way to the top of the hierarchy of a corporate giant. Unprepared, unqualified, and uncertain, this yuppie will have to do what it takes in order to survive the harrowing experiences of reaching the top. Learn the office protocol, familiarize yourself with the company's eccentric employees, and assess your character whether you can do this or not. It's an HR manager's worst nightmare, and it reaches a play score of 8.32 on the PC. 10th place, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Before we finally get our hands on Borderlands 3, let's take a look back memory lane in this definitive edition of the first Borderlands game. Gearbox trigger happy looter shooter gets a massive rework. Enjoy its addictive action and frantic first-person shooter combat, not to mention its wide array of ridiculous weapons and unconventional RPG elements. Grab a friend and mess around its 4-player co-op mode, or just simply enjoy the crazy lawless world of Pandora. It receives a provisional play score of 7.65 on the PC. It also receives a play score of 8.56 and 8.46 on the PS4 and Xbox One respectively. 9 Islanders. Grizzly Games' minimalist strategy game is all about building colorful islands and cities. There's no need for a stressful resource management in this title. All it requires is a little bit of your time and maybe a hint of imagination. Explore an infinite number of ever-changing new lands and expand your settlements from sprawling villages to vast cities. It's a game made with passion from a small team of 3. Its vibrant and relaxing atmosphere is its selling point. It receives a play score of 8.56 on the PC. 8th place, Mortal Kombat 11. Past meets future in this incredible new entry from NetherRealm's Mortal Kombat series. Experience an all-new story mode and meet the fresh and familiar faces of the MK franchise. Fan favorites like Raiden, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and more return to the fray, while newcomers like Garrus, Cetrion, and Kronika prove their worth with their insane abilities. Featuring a whole new fatal blow mechanic, players can deal massive damage with proper timing. In addition, its new character creator can let you create your own hero with your own abilities. It receives a play score of 8.59 on the PS4, 7.95 on the Xbox One, 7.39 on the Switch due to graphical downgrades, and 6.82 on the PC for technical issues on Steam. 7. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. It's about time Phoenix Wright enters the Switch and the other consoles that's not Nintendo. This trilogy bundle introduces the acclaimed public defender as he wins his battles by using his wit. By the power of legalese mixed with the anime power, engage in fun and unique narrative experiences with 3 of the best Phoenix Wright games. Solve intriguing courtroom cases and find the truth yourself. It receives a play score of 8.62 on the PC, 8.57 on the PS4. It also receives a provisional play score of 7.52 and 7.78 on the Xbox One and Switch respectively. 6. One Finger Death Punch 2. The wonders of stick animation continue to amaze us with the ever-changing video game community. This sequel to the slick stick brawler is a huge improvement in design and animation. Controls are simplistic as you only use 2 buttons to mash and showcase over 1,000 unique animations. There's no complex storyline, no dialogue, and no true objective. It's just you messing around and defeating as many enemies as you can in the most stylish way possible. It has a play score of 8.64. At number 5, Levelhead. Remember Crashlands? From the team behind our well-loved sandbox game, Butterscotch Shenanigans' latest title is a platforming adventure. Take control of GR18, a delivery robot in training, as you run, jump, and blast your way across its challenging campaign in solo or in co-op. Once your journey is complete, you can unlock new technologies to support and build your own workshop for some snazzy and creative levels for you to play around. It receives a provisional play score of 8.68 on the PC. 4. Cuphead. Take a dive into their handcrafted 1930s inspired settings and help Mugman and Cuphead as they settle a risky deal with the devil. Knock on the doors of each hardy Inkwell Isle inhabitant and retrieve every missing soul contract. While it does lean towards some degree of frustration, Cuphead is unerringly addictive, letting you relive each mistake as you aim for that A+ rating. Finally out on the Switch, it's the perfect platform for Nintendo's crown jewel right now. It has a provisional play score of 8.7. 3. Final Fantasy X-10-2 HD Remaster. Square Enix's latest remaster takes us to the bittersweet journey of Tidus and Yuna as they save the world from Spira from a malevolent threat. Considered as one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, this remake is a love letter to all avid Final Fantasy fans. Together with this remaster comes the unlikely sequel, FFX2, where players control Yuna and her band of cute warriors. This bundle is the definitive FFX experience due to its graphical improvements, gameplay balance, and the bonus content. It receives a provisional play score of 9.03 on the Switch and 8.79 on the PC. At number 2, Coloring Game. Casual, simple, and free to play. This indie game is what it is. It's a coloring game meant to relieve stress. The instructions are clear as day. Animate the pixel picture by coloring it to its full extent. Find the perfect mode for your mood with its 3 varying game modes. After everything is all colored up, the picture turns to life. There's no complicated storyline here, nor an engaging combat. Just a coloring game that eases tension, anxiety, and stress after a long day. It has a provisional play score of 9.18. And the best game of April 2019 is Supraland. Super Game's hodgepodge of iconic video game gameplay mechanics. Supraland combines Portal's puzzle design, Zelda's sense of adventure, and Metroid's Metroidvania elements. It assumes that you, the player, is intelligent enough to understand the game's objective and rules without further explanation. Its heavy emphasis on exploration rewards players who are keen enough to find every secret in every nook and cranny. It's a surprise number 1 for the best games of April 2019, and it receives a provisional play score of 9.43. And that is it for today's video. If you loved it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified What To Player. See you guys next time. Bye!